What's going on, y'all? This is Tamara, and you're watching Southern Reality TV. Alright, y'all. So I went to school today, and the teachers that I take, well, the classes that I take on Tuesdays, the teachers weren't there. So it's good and bad. I mean, you know, I worked hard on this quiz I had to turn in, and I'm thinking that we had to come in and take this test. But you know, that's the good, that's the bad part, that I worked so hard and I was preparing myself to take this compass test today. But then the good part is I can come home and make a video because that was not in my plans for today. So let's get right into it. Let's first talk about the Housewives. I want to first address Peter, and it's a good thing. We all know that he hasn't been shown in the brightest light. He hasn't been shown to be, you know, the perfect husband. But I must say that on Sunday, he showed us that he can be supportive. And I'm not sure if it's because, you know, Cynthia's sister is out the picture now. She's gone back with her husband and she's way far away. Or if they've been, you know, they have been going to counseling. So I'm not sure if that's working. But whatever it is, just keep up the good work, because I was so proud of him, and I was so happy for them that, you know, they were happy. It was good to see them being happy and not always, you know, bad. I was so happy to see that. What else? Candy. I'm digging the whole sex toy line. At first I was kind of like, what? But now I understand, you know, sex sells. We all know that. She can make a lot of money from those toys, and they're cute. And also the vibrator with the joy and pleasure, and then you put the mute, and then you have the music playing to it. That's a good idea. That is a fabulous idea. So, you know, it's alright. I'm digging it. But when she made that comment about how, oh, I can be on, women can get on the plane and masturbate and no one knows it. Why would you say something like that? First of all, if it was a man masturbating on a plane, the flight attendant will be called, the pilot, the airline police, the county police, the FBI. He'll be on all the newspapers. Like, come on now, why would you want to go on a plane and masturbate? Y'all think about that. Y'all let that ponder, okay? Moving on. Now I was watching, let me address this first. Nene, I ain't appreciate that. You my girl, and I love you, Nene, and you're my favorite housewife, and I support you. I've watched everything that you've been a part of outside of Housewives. So I love you, Nene, and I'm, you know, I give my big ups to you, you know, because you're doing your thing, and you're not just settling for Housewives. I appreciate that. Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if I appreciate it, but you know what I mean. But when you came into that party, because it was a pretty decent party. It wasn't really even that bad. When you came into that party and you was acting all bougie because you saw a whole bunch of Twitter people, you know that ain't right. You know that ain't right. And I'm so glad they got into you on Twitter, because you know that's not right, Nene. We are the people, the fans are the people who support you, and I'm a fan. We support y'all. We the reason why y'all making as much money as y'all making, because we saw how much money y'all making. You know what I'm saying? So don't sit up there and dog us and act like, you know, you are above us just because you got a couple more zeros on your paycheck. Because we remember where you came from, okay? You know, we've been supporting you the whole time that y'all been on Atlanta Housewives. So don't forget who supports you all, who help y'all get that much money that y'all making. That's why Nene going around talking about she very rich, because she the one that's making the most money. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that, Nene. Don't do that, Nene, because you wouldn't be making all that money if it weren't for the fans. Okay? And like Candy said, the fans are going to be the ones who buy her product, not y'all. The fans. So I mean, that was cool what Candy did. That was cool. That was a good idea. You know, to show your thank yous, to show how you appreciate your fans. Okay? Now I was watching Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, and Monica was on there. My sister in my head, make believe that's my sister. But I am so feeling Monica. Let me just say that first of all. I am so feeling Monica. I support her. I've been feeling Monica since back in the day. You heard me? Okay? So I support her. But if she just, If she changed her mind about getting on Atlanta Housewives, I swear to God, Monica, I'm going to come through that TV. I'm going to show up wherever you taping it. And I would be like, Monica. And I would have to give you a heart-to-heart because you know you don't need to be on no show like that. And Andy Cohen just kept asking her, would you please be a part of the Housewives? Oh, it'd be so wonderful. It'd be such a great idea. Yeah, it would be a great idea if that was the direction that y'all were going in. The concept has to completely change if Monica gonna be a part of it. We know Monica know how to set folks straight, and it would be a positive look, but that's not how it's gonna go. When Candy signed up for Housewives, I was so surprised. Then I was like, but you know what? It'll be a good look for Candy. You know, it'll be a good look for Bravo. It'll be a good look for the Atlanta Housewives franchise. It will be great. But it didn't turn out that way. Even though Candy does show business about herself, and even though we do see a lot of positive things come out of Candy, it's still not a good look because to me, Candy wishy-washy. And if she wouldn't never been on that show, I would have never known that. So, Monica, don't go there with those people. You got your album that came out today. So if y'all, if y'all support Monica, y'all go out and y'all buy her album. So we don't need you to be a part of Atlanta Housewives. You doing your thing. You got your husband. You got your kids. You doing good. You're looking good. We don't need you to be on Atlanta Housewives. We good. We got enough drama. We don't need you to be a part of it. But one thing that she can do is play Whitney Houston. A lot of names been thrown out on who should play Whitney Houston, who would be the best look. Rihanna, no. Okay, so I'm not going there. Monica would be the perfect one, and I'm going to list my reasons. First, she's a singer. She's a professional singer. She may not have the vocals like Whitney Houston, but we can always work around that. Second, she was close to Whitney Houston, so she is familiar with how Whitney Houston's personality was and who she was as a person, as a woman. Third, she has the same physique as Whitney Houston. She has that, that small frame, very skinny and tall. We love that. Second, she's beautiful. Why not? That's fourth. I'm talking about second. I went from first to third to second to third to back to second. What? Obviously, I ain't been paying attention to math. Okay, so fifth. What was my fifth reason? She has the sass. She has the sass like Whitney Houston had. She gonna get you straight. She believes in God. She always talks about that. So she would be the perfect person. A lot of people have been throwing out like Jennifer Hudson, Jordan Sparks, and all these different type of people. Yes, that would be great. They all are wonderful, beautiful women. But Monica, if you want somebody that's going to play the part and that's going to look the part, and when you look at Monica, you're going to be like, Whitney Houston, is that you? Then we're gonna have to cast Monica. So whenever they start talking about, really talking about details of what they're gonna do with the whole Whitney Houston story, if they're going to do it or not, let's make sure that we put Monica in that slot, because that's who we want to see. We don't want to see nobody else but Monica. Okay? Moving on. Basketball Wives, I'm not going to get into them. I'm not going to sit here and talk about them for a long time. Just know this. I tried to give Tammy a chance. I've tried to support her. I know she ain't all. She hasn't, had such a positive childhood, teenage, I don't know, adolescent, I don't know. She just not working with me. I'm just tired of it. Her and Evelyn are bullies. They're going to continue to bully. Shani need to stop feeding these women these basically, Shani, if you're going to do this, and if you're going to have these women on here fighting and things like that, I know that Shani and Tammy is your friend, but you need to put somebody on there that's going to get them straight. Because one thing that Evelyn needs is a good ass whooping. She needs somebody to lay up in that ass. That's what she needs. You don't need to keep bringing these women that are fans, first of all, because we all know Kenya's a fan. You don't need to keep bringing these women on here that, that's not about that life. Okay, we already got Jen. We know Jen not gonna fight, and that's okay. That's fine because you grown. You don't need to be fighting. That's perfect. I support Jen. But I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. I'm teaming up with Wendy Williams, and I'm not watching no more. I'm tired of the Housewives. Basketball Wives. I'm going to watch my Housewives. I'm tired of the Basketball Wives. I'm tired of them, pretending like they got so much business about themselves, and all they do is talk and dog out people. That's all they do. Every time you see, if Tammy ain't talking about her struggles, she beating somebody up. If Evelyn ain't talking about her issues with Chad and how she still ain't got married to him, she beating somebody up. If Susie ain't talking, then she's talking about nothing, basically. What's the reason of Susie being on the show? I don't get it. But I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. They ganged up on Kenya. I don't care what nobody say. They ganged up on her. They knew she wasn't going to really say how she felt, and they ganged up on her. Kenya holds her ground to a certain extent, but she still need to grow. Her balls need to be a little bit bigger, because there's no way that those women should be allowed to talk about her like that and dog her to her face like that. Now, Tammy talking about some respect. Bitch, you ain't got no damn respect. You want everybody to respect you, but you don't show respect. You don't talk to people like that. Talking about, let me finish my sentence. Bitch, that's how women conversate. We interrupt each other. You can watch The View and tell that. I'm so sick of Tammy. I love you, Tammy, but I'm tired of you, and I'm just not gonna watch the show, because if I continue to watch the show, I'm just not going to watch the show. So that I can keep a positive mindset about you, so that I can say that, I respect Tammy, I'm not going to watch the show at all. Not any longer. And can I just say one more thing about them before I get off them? Evelyn. That's not hot to send the invitations out 5 months before your wedding. That's not hot. You need to focus on maybe your marriage or your soon-to-be marriage, and stop fighting people. Go sit down, start planning, and let Jen do her thing. Let her live her life, okay? You go get your life, and let Jen live her life, all right? If y'all ain't gonna be friends no more, so be it. Who cares? Moving on. If you don't know who Charlamagne the God is, then you should check him out. Charlamagne the God, he is a radio personality. He probably has a few other titles on his belt, but I'm not sure. But I do know him as a radio personality. He's currently on the show 105, The Breakfast Club in New York City. And I know I live in Atlanta, but I do go on the internet and I watch their radio show. I support them. As you all know, I am an inspiring radio personality. So I do my research. You feel me? He also was a part of Wendy Williams' show when she was on the radio. So, he's familiar out there. If you don't know about him, he's familiar. You go check him out. If you really want to know who he is and what he all about, then go watch that interview that they did with Lil Mama. You'll get it then. He's crazy. He's out of control. He said what he want to say. He mean what he say. And he really don't apologize for what he say. So, if y'all want to check him out, y'all go research him. But he's supposed to be a part of this new show that comes on it's going to be coming on MTV, if it hasn't started yet. I'm not sure what the title is. I'm not sure what time or what date it comes on. But I will stay, up to date with that, because I'm feeling it. I think that's a great idea to put that on MTV. It's not a lot of, television out there where we're going back to, talking about music or hot topics. Not on like the BET and the MTV shows. That's all it is reality. Reality has came in and basically took over. But I think it's a good idea. I'm going to support that whenever it does start, because I want to see that. So y'all be checking for that. It's supposed to come on MTV, and it's going to be a late night show. So y'all be checking for that. One more thing before I get off here. My mom called me last weekend and was like, look, have you seen the new show that comes on ABC? And I said, nah, what is it called? She was like, Scandal. I said, what? What's that about? Who playing it? It's a new series starring Kerry Washington, and it's called Scandal. I'm not gonna go into it because I want people to watch it, but please support this show. I watched it on the internet because I missed it. It comes on Thursdays at 10 o'clock. But y'all watch that show. If you haven't watched it, then please go watch it. If you have watched it, then you know what I'm talking about. The best way to describe this show is scandalous. Okay? It is. It's scandalous. So please tune into this show, because you know a lot reality, like I said, is taking over, and a lot of the sitcoms and series, you know, aren't as big and hot nowadays. But that show right there, I'm watching, okay? I'm watching. And Shonda Rhimes created it. And you know, if you know anything about Shonda Rhimes, she has also created Grey's Anatomy and Private Practice. So if y'all know her, then y'all know, you know, she know what she be doing, okay? So I was gonna talk about George Zimmerman and his new website, but I don't want to go into that. Okay, we all know what's gonna happen to him. We're gonna give it to God. He's gonna make sure that justice does prevail. So I'm not gonna give him no shine. If I, you know, have any other topics that I want to talk about, I'll come back. But until then, I'm out of here. Peace.